Happy Friday. So I'm just getting set up here. This stream isn't going to be as long as we usually go. I just flew home last night and I leave again tomorrow morning. So I'm really only home for like 30 hours and I have so many other things I gotta finish. But I wanted to still do live, so we got some herbal tea. We're gonna light this candle. And yeah, we're just gonna hang out. Okay. And I haven't packed or anything for my trip that starts tomorrow, so we're gonna do that after the live stream. And I thought maybe we could try out the new stamps that I got on my trip and do some weekly journaling, because of course I'm behind on that. And I need to open up the video stream so I can see your comments. Katie's here. Happy Friday, Katie. Yeah, I'm honestly, I don't know how I'm doing this. But I keep telling myself that my life is only this way until the night of May 12th. Then after that, so I defend my thesis and I finish my 2 part-time jobs at the university on May 12th. So that Friday, I will have a lot less on my plate. So I'm just telling myself it's 2 more weeks I can do this. And I'm gonna get out some ink pads to test these stamps. These are the ones that I have. I might just use a black one, to be honest. Although, whoops, I got ink on me. So on brand. So Katie, do you have anything fun planned for the weekend? Okay. Let's do... I'm just gonna get out the little black one and a little turquoise one. Hey Melissa, happy Friday. How's your week going? And then this is the new pen case I got at Kinokuniya in LA, and I love it. I basically, what it is, everything I bought at the store, I packed it up to put my carry-on, and this is perfect for me because it's like, it fits in like the palm of my hand, and it has like the profile of a traveler's notebook. I mean, look how perfect that is. So, I'm excited. You'll be seeing your daughter's high school drama club this weekend. Sound of Music, oh, that's a classic. I love Sound of Music. When I was in a student orchestra, and we went to tour in Europe, and we went all over Austria and got to go to like the original places that they filmed The Sound of Music, and that was really influential for me I think I was 17 or 18. So that's exciting, and you can probably sing along because you'll know the words. I played jazz trumpet in that orchestra. Well, I did an orchestra and a jazz band, so I played trumpet mostly, but then in a different concert band I actually played clarinet. So yeah, I miss it, but someday I'll play again. I kind of gave it up in college. Okay, what was I doing? And then I was in Phoenix for work, and I did go to this awesome Japanese friendship garden. You pay a small fee to get in. It's like this beautiful garden. I didn't bring my traveler's notebook or any journal or anything with me on this trip because it was such a whirlwind. And the only reason I got to go here was because our site visit ended early, like we finished early, and I was basically going back to my hotel, and my colleague dropped me off so I could walk to a museum and this Japanese garden. And I went to the Heard Museum in Phoenix, which is devoted to the Native American history of that area, and it was so cool. this is where my coworkers recommended that I go if I have free time when I'm in the city. And I'm so glad I went. It was really cool. Even just of course, learning about all this stuff is cool, but the way that the place is set up, you could spend like a lot of time there. There's like a courtyard and a coffee shop and even a sit down restaurant, and there's like these beautiful sculptures and fountains, and you're just sitting and enjoying it. It was really nice. But of course, I was pressed for time, so I could only enjoy it for a few minutes. But yeah. Yeah, my trip was okay. So I went to LA, which I went to Kinokuniya, which was great, and I got to have good Japanese food. But that was pretty much it. I didn't enjoy my time in LA. The weather was rough. I should have forced work to give me a rental car. I had to do Uber and Lyft everywhere, which was not easy. Because I went to Santa Monica on Sunday night, and it literally took me like an hour and 20 minutes to get an Uber to come get me. And it was like 6:30 p.m. on a Sunday to take me back to my hotel. The drivers kept canceling. So that wasn't that great, but I had a really good time in Phoenix. I had a good time with our coworkers at the site out there. The weather was great. I stayed downtown, and I'd never been there before, and I just really enjoyed it. And then I flew back. So my work trips always seem to go by really fast. Usually they want us to fly home like that night, but I was like, no, I'm not doing like a 15-hour workday. They need to pay for me to stay an extra night, and that's what I did. So this is the herbal tea I'm drinking, by the way. This is my absolute favorite. I buy this even if it's not on sale. The honey lavender stress relief. It's really good. Yeah, if you can believe, Melissa, like my jaw dropped. Like I was looking on Google Maps. It was 3:30 p.m. I had just flown from DC. I had to meet with a coworker. Like I didn't even have lunch yet. Like I was starving, and I was just looking between my hotel and to go to the beach at Santa Monica, like what was along the route on Google Maps, and I saw a Mitsuwa grocery store, and then I clicked it and I saw that there was a food court inside, and I was like, sold. I'm gonna go get some good Japanese food like I get in New Jersey. We're just going. Well, as I walked in and I looked over, there was like a whole Kinokuniya in the grocery store, like in the same building, but I didn't see it on Google Maps, so I like wasn't even thinking of that way. I just clicked go, went there, and I was so excited that they had the awesome stationery. So I made a quick video on my phone and uploaded it while I was in my hotel that night, just because I thought you would all enjoy coming along. So that was a nice bonus. That was the best part about LA, I will have to say. So I finally was able to open this pen case after I bought it. Because I couldn't really tell what it was like inside. So the inside is like a plastic pocket, and then it's two separate pockets. It's hard to tell, right? Like from the outside, you can't really tell. So there's one down here, and then there's one up here. It's kind of set up like a Hobonichi drawer pouch with like the two different, anyway. And it's made of a really thick, like, what is this, PVC? I don't know. So you do have kind of, I guess you could put like pens in the pockets. I guess that's how it's supposed to be. But for some reason I was trying to keep it flat, and I was only gonna put like papers in there. But yeah, it's kind of like a pocket protector, but in a pencil case. If that makes sense. And the only bad thing about Kinokuniya is they put these like price tags and tape on every item, and it's really hard to get off. So I'm one of those people that I hate when the price tag doesn't come off of something and it leaves like a film. So I need to sit down and work on that when I have more time. But I guess we could do a pen test too. I didn't think of that because I didn't do a pen test on the video. I just showed my little collection. Yeah, the thing was, Katie, it was sealed here, right? Like it was, what do you call this? Like the little plastic thing, so it wouldn't let you open the zipper, which makes sense because I'm sure they don't want people like trying to steal it or break. But like, so when I was able to open it, I was like, oh, this is nice. There's this pocket. I mean, I guess you could put your stuff in the front pocket. I was just thinking of using it for like papers and stuff, but yeah, you could totally put all your stuff in here. I was just afraid it would like warp it, but it doesn't. Yeah, so it's kind of nice. They had this color, and I think they had like a pink. It was giving me very 90s Trapper Keeper vibes. So I went with this green. Okay, let's do a pen test for fun. How's everyone's journaling and traveler's notebooks and all that stuff going? I will admit I don't think I watched any videos this week. All I did was on YouTube was when I was in my hotel, I quickly made that haul video just because I wanted to film the video and share it before I started using this stuff because I wanted to just do it like as a haul. And I knew I was going to take the tags and unpackage everything. That way it would fit my suitcase. So that's why I did that. But I haven't watched anything and probably won't be able to until maybe tomorrow night when I get to my first hotel on my trip. Yeah, I still have to pack. Hey Brian, happy Friday. Let us know what you're up to this weekend. I'm only home for 30 hours and then I go back out tomorrow morning. The good thing is I don't have to leave tomorrow until 9 a.m. So that'll give me time to pack tonight and get everything ready in the morning and all that. But definitely feeling burnt out. But only 2 more weeks, we can do it. So we're just gonna do a pen test and then we'll do a stamp test. So this is the Uniball Signo UM153 in like the big characters. I don't know if it's 1.0, I can't remember. Wait. Oh, it does. It says it down here, 1.0. Okay. So I do like the blue-black of this. It's more black than blue. I don't know, I think you can tell with that lighting, but yeah. You're getting to see your new addition tomorrow. Now, Brian, you need to clarify because I know you were talking about your addition to your basement. Is there a new addition to the family? Like you need to give a little bit more background because last time we talked about something new, it was your renovations. And then this is, I don't know, I was in like a high-tech C moment. Does anyone else like these? I used one a long time ago and I just didn't like it. But I got it in 05 and I was thinking of the brown. And I also like how it clips on. But I've been really enjoying this and I've been using it at my part-time job. So sometimes you just have to try something again that you didn't like at first. You're adopting a dog? What kind of dog? Yes, congratulations. Do you have everything ready? Do you already have a dog or is this gonna be an only child? I really wish I could have a dog. I just don't have the lifestyle for it right now. Someday. And this is that really awesome Kitaboshi wooden pen, which I've also been using because it's ballpoint ink and it's 1.0, which I'm obsessed with. And I don't know if you can tell better that it's like a maroon color. I know some people hate ballpoint pens or they don't. I find them reliable, which is why I always carry a ballpoint pen whenever I'm traveling or anything like that. Because you don't have to worry about smearing and stuff. So. Eamon's here. Good morning, Eamon. How is your Saturday going? Oh, you have no dog but 2 cats. Ooh, that'll be interesting. Okay, she's about 1.5, 2 years old. American Stratfordshire Terrier. Is that a pit bull? I get all the names confused. That's a good age. Do you already have a name in mind, or you have to wait until? Oh wait, no, I guess you already named. If she's a year old, yeah. And this is a Friction and 1.0. And again, I don't know if I'm just dumb and I didn't know that they made 1.0s. I feel like I've never seen them. So I had to get it. And I plan on using this in my planner. Now, we all know that Frictions don't write the most, they don't lay down the best. So it is blue, but it is kind of like a little bit murky, but that's okay. I was just excited for the 1.0. Ruby, that's a good name. Okay, she loves cats, but do the cats love her? That's gonna be the ultimate test. You found, okay, Melissa found out you don't need neck surgery yet and waiting to hear back on the date of your SI fusion. Seeing joy in the pelvis. I hope you're at least able to manage the pain and, you know, the day to day. But that's good that you don't need neck surgery yet. Yeah, it is a royal blue. I think Friction is hit or miss. Like, I don't usually use Friction in the black because it looks too gray. You're kind of compromising. You want it to be erasable, or do you want it to be really dark ink? And now I'm trying to find my whatchamacallit. So let me just open my. Okay, apparently on February 6th of last year, I watched the movie Chocolat, which has Johnny Depp in it. And I wrote that I loved it except for the quirky ending. I don't remember writing this, but alright. So there I wrote a little bit in my old Jibuntacho planner. So it looks okay. But if you're the kind of person that likes the lines to be thick and dark and be consistent, Friction's not for you. Like, see how it's consistent, all the flow of ink is consistent where Frictions are not. So I was excited. And then last but not least is the 0.3 Pilot Fure, which I meant to get 0.5 because I don't even think I have 0.3 lead because that's really tiny. But let's try writing the Techo. Oh my gosh. I mean, it writes okay. It is fine, okay. But I feel like I'm gonna break the lead. That's where I get nervous with 0.3. But it works. Okay, let me catch up here. You'll see tomorrow. Okay, well, I guess the best way to learn, Brian, is to just jump into it and see what happens. Is that one of the newer Friction pens? Didn't they come out with a new and improved ink? Yes, Katie, and they even sell it at Staples. I couldn't tell you. Let me see if I can find my newest Friction. They reformulated the ink, and it says it on the packaging. I think it was at the end of last year, beginning of this year. Do I not have any of my... Oh, you know what? I might have given my Frictions to my sister when she was here visiting. That's what it is. She really likes to use Friction in her Happy Planner, so I basically gave her a bunch of Frictions. So I don't have one on me, but it says on there the new type of ink, and I can't tell you what it's called, like Revamp Up or Revamped. I don't know. But yeah, I think the ones at Target are probably made with that too now. So that's where that went. All of Melissa's pens, pencils, fountain pens, refills for them, and even highlighters are red. Yes, you love your red. So it's good that you have your color. I'm more of a green person, but I guess I kind of have a little bit of everything. My issue is I'll get something and then I get sick of it. So I try to have a variety because, like, for a while I'll love beige. Well, no, I guess I kind of always love beige. Well, I went through like a blue phase. So I had a navy blue everything, a navy blue Filofax, navy blue pencil case, navy blue fountain pen. I just went through this, like, navy blue is the most classic looking color mentality. Just blue, 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 and then I got sick of it, so I don't know. Gray is your favorite ink shade, you probably love the black. Yes, oh, if you like gray, then Friction Black is for you, which they do, at Kinokuniya they did have it in the 1.0. I have a feeling the 1.0 is made for the Japanese market and not the US market. I don't know, if anyone goes to Target or Staples, let me know if you see the 1.0, because I'm always on the hunt for 1.0 because that's my preferred one. Whenever I see it, I get it. So the fact that I saw it, I had to get it. And if I've seen it at Target, I probably would have bought it before. But yeah, it's more gray. Okay, yeah, Brian likes all the colors. That's one way to go. It's nice to have variety. Okay, so let's keep testing on my Jibun Techo, because the paper color, I think, is better to test on than the cream colored Traveler's Notebook. Okay, so here are the washi tapes I got. See, like, for example, I was feeling this orange that day. Something about orange that was working for me. But then, like, if I bought a bunch of orange stuff and then in a month from now I won't want to use orange. So okay, that's an MT tape. And then this is one which I thought I saw someone's online account is like Stationery 515, one of those sites that they showed this new line of like animal washi tape from MT. So I guess this is that. So it's a little drawing of the animal, and then the name of it in Japanese. So I guess this is Tonakai. I don't know, my Japanese is so bad. So we got washi tapes. I really wanted to go all out when I was at that Kinokuniya, like seriously, but I just knew that, like, A, I'm moving in a month, and B, I had 2 more flights, and my suitcase was already stuffed full with just my work clothes and work stuff and all that, so I just couldn't. But that's okay. You'll have to let us know, Brian, how your dog adapts. Let's take this fountain pen stamp and try it out. I think we should try this turquoise color. Yours came from being indecisive. At some point you settled on red, not everything in my world is red. That's a good thing, right? Like, now someone knows when they want to buy you a present, if they get it in red, that you'll like it. Okay. Oh, here's my example of how I hate price tags. So in my hotel, I tried to take off the price tag of this stamp, and it got all sticky, and I didn't want to put it in my plastic pencil case if it's all sticky, so I just put a piece of washi tape over it for now until I use like Goo Gone or something to get it off. Does anyone else hate when price tags don't come off of things? I don't know why, it just bothers me because then when you touch it, it's still like there. I don't know. So I'm just going to use this ink, which doesn't look too good. It is a nice turquoise though, I will say that. Okay. Ooh, looks nice. Let's do another one. Yeah, there was something telling me to get this stamp, Katie. Like, that's how I make a lot of decisions in my life. I just go by the feeling, like I let something decide for me, like the universe is telling me. I don't know. I just saw it and I was like, yeah, I knew that. Okay, it looks really nice. I think it's also the color. Like, that looks awesome. I kind of like how I didn't do a good job of inking it. It gives it more like an authentic look to it. So that's the fountain pen one, and I forget. Now I don't know if this is like an actual brand or is it just, this is I Love Stamp. Kodomo no Kao. I don't know. And it says hashtag creating stamp life. And then this I had to get. This was the bear that was talking and waving. So that was definitely happening. Hey Tom, how's it going? How's your Friday? Let us know what you're up to this weekend. Brian's getting a dog tomorrow, so that's big. I just got home from Phoenix last night, and then I go on another trip early in the morning, so that's what's happening in my world. And I still had to work today, obviously, so yeah. And I like couldn't call out sick because I had 3 meetings and I had all those other things happening as a result of my trips that I knew I couldn't miss, so it's all good. So we're gonna ink up this bear stamp. Okay, maybe not. Now I'm just doing a black because it probably will look good better in the brown, like kind of how it's on the stamp, but Tom says, nothing too exciting. Did you get a chance to go to Bangkok? No, Tom, I did not have. I got to go to Kinokuniya, which was a complete accident. Like, completely was not even planned. Longest story short, I was supposed to meet my cousin's best friend in LA. So I made all my plans around that, right? Fly there on Sunday, get to my hotel. I was able to check in early, get ready, was texting him. I was under the impression that he was coming to my hotel, so I basically waited around my hotel for an hour and a half for him. And then he messaged me saying like, "Oh, I have errands to run. Like, maybe we can meet tomorrow night instead." And this is after I spent 2 hours waiting in my hotel. I could have been doing something in those 2 hours, right? Like, I could have Ubered to a store or something, because it was also Sunday, and you know how stuff closes early. So I was super annoyed at that point, and then I just went and did what I was gonna do anyway. And then, because on Monday I had to be at work all day, and yeah, so that's when I just went to Kinokuniya and Mitsuwa to get lunch and just kind of do my thing. And then Monday night I had a conference call I had to be on, so I couldn't really do anything. And then I flew out Tuesday morning, so yeah, I didn't get to go anywhere, although I will say, you know, the Kinokuniya was nice. That was like maybe the universe's way of being like, okay, you at least got to do something. Okay, bear stamp. Okay, it does look nice. So then you can maybe say, like, you know, something on my to-do list. No, he's saying, like, pack your suitcase. That's why I just thought it'd be fun to use my planner. So, yeah. Still a good time. The selection looked great. I was able to buy a lot of ink from them, 50% off that they were trying to get. At Baumkuchen, they had a ink sale. Y'all, in my video, I forgot to talk about it in the video. Or no, maybe I did. But Kinokuniya had a washi grab bag. It was like a mystery bag. And I was so dumb again that I forgot to walk back up the aisle to get one before I checked out. And I could only, you know, I was in a hurry anyway. But I didn't get any mystery washi tape because I feel like they should have put the mystery washi tape bags in the washi tape aisle, not by the front door. Because when you're in the stationery aisle, you're like thinking of, like, I bought these washi tapes because it was in the regular part of the store. So that's okay. But I thought it was a fun idea for only $15. Oh, at Kinokuniya you're able to get discounted. Yeah, the black does look nice, doesn't it? What was I saying? They had a way better selection. Kinokuniya had a way better selection than the one in New Jersey, and one in the one I used to go to in Manhattan that was across from Bryant Park. Because I think that one's just smaller. But yeah, I was surprised. Although this one was small too. It was literally, the store was like 4 aisles, but they were able to fit all that stuff. It was just really well stocked. Let me just see if I can text my mom on my computer. Oh, now it's being weird. Oh, my iPad's doing that thing again. Anyway. So yeah, I'm satisfied with the stamps. I think it's fun. And as I'm using my Jibun Techo more, well, I'm not using it, this is from 2022, but I've been writing inside on the pages. I realized how much I love the paper. So, already thinking of 2024, maybe I need to do a Jibun Techo. Let's just put a little stamp here in my traveler's notebook. Just like in the bottom. Just a little stamp. Yeah, that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna zoom back out. I realized I was so zoomed in there. Okay. You just went to that one for the first time a few weeks ago. It was pretty tight in there. I usually go to a different one in the city of Torrance. Wait, which one did you, Tom, you were in the one in, I was in Santa Monica, I think. Oh, I did it again. I really wanted to go to Daiso when I was out there, because after I was at Kinokuniya, I saw that there was Daiso too, but I didn't feel like taking more Ubers at that point, so I didn't even bother trying. I'll be in New Jersey in July to visit family, so I'll try to make a trip to the one in New Jersey, but we'll see. Yeah, the one in Santa Monica, you don't even know it's in there. I mean, I'm sure there's a sign outside, but I couldn't see. It was just trying to, like, it wasn't realized until I walked in to the food court and looked over, and I was like, oh, there's a Kinokuniya. And then again, I thought it was not going to be a good one because it was so tiny. But it turned out to be the best, so you never know. So what else? Did I miss anyone's comments? If I missed your comment, I'm sorry. And if you are watching, don't be afraid to comment. Everyone is very nice. And let us know what you're up to this weekend. I have not done any journaling. I've been I've been doing my long form journaling, which I eventually am going to make a video about. But I didn't bring it with me on my trip, and I had a lot of thoughts that I wish I had my journal set up with me. So I kind of just jotted some stuff down on paper, and then when I kind of have a nice sit-down session, I want to write about those things. But it's very interesting when you start the long-form journaling, how it kind of changes your mind about some stuff, like how you look at things. There's just not enough hours in the day, to be honest. So anyway, now I'm thinking what I should do is I should save these things for my trip and put my actual traveler's notebook. My hotel one. Melissa has some cool news. She makes journals, accompanying designs and sells designer paper. That's awesome. What kind of paper are you going to design? Is it like, is it going to be for their notebooks, or is it going to be like a cover, or is it like what kind of notebooks? And do you already have a design that you think you want to do? I'm not sure what I would want to cut out from this. Probably just the cover. Garden. Make stuff using your... Oh, okay, I'm sorry. You mean... Okay, I thought you meant guest designer, like you were going to design something and then they're going to make it. But you're going to use their paper to design something. That's so cool. Actually, there's not really much on here. I guess I could use the cover. I don't know how I would fit that. I'm not even gonna bother trying doing it now because my head's already starting to shut down. Anyway. I also didn't bring my planner with me on my trip, which I also regretted because I had a lot of stuff that was being planned, and I wish that I was able to write it down when I was out and about. So that's also on my list for sometime between tonight and tomorrow. Yeah. There needs to be a thing where we somehow make it so there's 30 hours in a day instead of 24, and then we get that 6 hours of free time. So if someone can make that happen, I would really appreciate it. Currently reading Gina Davis's book, Dying of Politeness. I saw this in a bookstore, or I forget where I was. I saw that it was coming out. When was it? It had been a while ago because I had to place it on back order. Okay, so it came out in 2022. When I saw it come out, I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. And then every time I went to a bookstore, I never saw it in there. So I had one of those weird moments where maybe I thought I saw something and it wasn't actually true. Like I made up in my head that she wrote a memoir, because that is also very on brand. Like where I'll dream something, or I'll think of something, or I saw it in a show and didn't know it wasn't real. I was like, oh, I would totally read her book. And then finally I looked up in my library and it was a real book, so I placed an order for it. And it was a waitlist book, so I got it after like a month or two. But it's really enjoyable to read. It's like smart and funny and relaxing and light at the same time. Yeah, I just haven't finished it yet, but I read through like the first half in like 1 or 2 nights. That's how good it was. So memoirs are one of those things that they don't seem like they'd be fun to read, but if you enjoy the person, it kind of feels like you're just having a conversation with them. So if you like any of her acting or movies or activism or anything like that, I would definitely recommend it. It's like a fun read. Hopefully I'll read that on my trip. Yep, I'm still liking the Erin Condren planner. I'm just not liking that I didn't bring it with me. I just was thinking like, oh, I'm not going to need to do planning. I'm going to be so busy. But I kept getting emails and calls and voicemails that I wish I had my planner with me on the trip. But I didn't want to, I was trying to pack it as light as I could. But liking it still. Going to keep using it. Not going to think about too much about 2024. There's just something about the paper that even though it's nice paper, it has like a construction paper feel to it. It's just different from like a lot of the Japanese papers, and I'm really missing that smoothness you get from like Kopio paper, or I don't know. So we're gonna see about that. But yeah, definitely still liking it. And it honestly helped me manage a bunch of tasks that were like out of control. Like I had so many things going on, but I was for some reason writing them in this big square and checking them off one by one I actually finished these, but really helped me. I don't know what it was about it. So yeah, managing all the tasks. Oh, then I had all these things, but then I left it at home, so I didn't really do like all these things when I was gone, but I wish I had it with me. Anyway, yes, still liking it. Still need to find my dry erase marker so we can test out the cover, because that's a thing. But again, it was so inexpensive. It was like $10 or $11 that it came out to be. I somehow got lucky. First, you want a paper collection, you tag them in your work. Oh, cool, so they already knew you were using their stuff. Definitely use the cover. I think it's pretty. Yeah. Use the cover for a notebook cover. Oh, okay. You love your library, feels my new book urgent, much easier to find. Yeah. I still buy books, don't get me wrong. There's something about buying certain books, and then there's something about getting stuff from the library. Usually books that I probably am just going to read and not read again, or not recommend someone to read, I get from the library. And then also sometimes I just get impatient and I want the book now, so I just buy it. Like, especially if I'm going to read it tonight. Yeah, it's the paper. That's the thing about Erin Condren. If you've been exposed to Japanese paper, an Erin Condren will not satisfy you. It's still smooth, like, and my fountain pens worked on and everything, but it's just a different game. And I just miss Japanese, like writing more on Japanese paper. I don't know. But it's not like terrible where, when you get some of those things, like those planners at Target and stuff, that they look really pretty on the outside, but the paper quality is horrible. It's not like that. It's still good quality. And there's no bleed through or anything like that. It just doesn't have that like specialness that a lot of Japanese papers have, like Tomoe River, even Midori, like all that stuff. It's just not there. So it might be a deal breaker for some of you. So yeah, I'm gonna add this to my list. So maybe we can do a Traveler's Notebook update. I like even save from my boarding pass. Oh, and then here's a little parrot folder I got, which is Midori. And then this is the Life Pistachio. Oh, maybe that the lighting's better now. You can kind of see. So the Life Pistachio notebook, the lines are like lime green. I still think maybe you can't see. If I change. So the grid is lime green. And I don't know, I just like that. So I'm going to try it out. And then this is the Apica, which I was watching a movie on my flight yesterday. I've seen it before, but I had to watch it again. It's based off a book, but it's Still Alice with Kristen Stewart's in it, and Julianne Moore is the main character. In one of the scenes, Kristen Stewart's character has a journal, and she writes in one of those Apica CD notebooks, which I don't have one in front of me right now, but you all know which ones I'm talking about. You've probably seen them in Japanese stationery videos and such. And I got so excited to see that. It's kind of like when you're watching TV or a movie and someone uses a fountain pen in it, and you can like recognize it. So, side note, so this is from Apica. I've always used their bound notebooks, the CD ones, but I never saw these ring ones. So it's just a plain little notebook. I don't know how many pages it is, but yeah. And I guess this is B5 size. I'm gonna say this is B5. No, it's A5. See, I'm so bad at paper sizes. It says A5 here. I'm looking at my chart from Leuchtturm on the wall, and I thought this would be B5, but I guess B5 is a little bit bigger. Is this the same size? Anyway, so yeah, these are A5. Whew, I'm so bad with paper. I need to get like a thing on my desk that's like a template that shows, it's like painted onto my desk what each paper size is, so I can learn. So. Alright, did I miss anyone else's comments? I'm sorry if I'm starting to feel like super tired. So I do need to do some long form journaling to catch up on. I need to do some of my cat comics I'm super behind on already. But I go away tomorrow and I come back Wednesday. Then I go to Baltimore on Thursday. But I'll be here next weekend, the weekend of May 5th, 6th, and 7th. That's like I have a full weekend at home. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to get ready for any trips. I just have to finish my thesis defense and all that fun stuff. So I'm excited for next weekend because it won't feel like such a whirlwind. So I'll still do a live next weekend. And I'll try to remember to post it. But I'm sure I'll try to do something more engaging. I hope I didn't bore anyone tonight with my testing of Kinokuniya stuff. I wanted to work on my Traveler's Notebook, but I just don't have the mental capacity. Because after I finish here, I still need to pack, and I still need to do more transcriptions. So I conducted a research study, and let me tell y'all that I thought transcribing audio recordings of interviews wasn't going to be as hard as it is. It's really hard. Like, I thought I was going to be able to just get them done. It's taken me like over a week or two every night, spending some time transcribing the audio recordings, because you have to like pause and like you're typing, and then the person talks so fast you have to pause it, and then you have to navigate back to where they left off, and then like you're rereading what you typed to make sure it matches what they typed, and it's like this whole thing. And one of the times I did use a thing that like transcribes the audio as you're doing it to see how it would work, and it makes so many mistakes that you have to go back and listen to the recording to correct all the mistakes, which ended up taking longer because you're clicking backspace and blah blah blah. So that's my little rant about if you're gonna do something where you transcribe recordings, give yourself extra time, because I did not think this was going to take that much time. So yeah, I need to do a little bit of that tonight too, so I can write and publish my stuff and all that. So yeah, I know, Tom, I'm so busy. It's like I feel like every time I'm on here I talk about how busy I am, and I don't want to live like that anymore. Because people are like, oh, what are you doing this week? I'm like, well, I have this, I have that, I have to go here, I have to do this. Like, sometimes I just want to be like, I'm just chilling. I'm just gonna like do a journal palooza or watch Law and Order or something. But I'm so close to being done both. So I finished my one part-time job already at the one college, and then I finished my 2 part-time jobs and my master's degree on May 12th. That's my defense is from 6 to 8 p.m. So that Friday night, I probably won't be able to do a live, we'll see. But it'll definitely be, well, hopefully I pass my defense. I can't imagine I wouldn't pass my defense. But it'll definitely be a celebratory vibe on that live, and I'm looking forward to it. And I just got this postcard at the airport. It says Arizona. I just like the flowers on it. Yeah, so I hope everyone has a good weekend. Did I miss anyone else? Gracie says, I'll be interested to see your long form journaling. Yes, and I actually am going to talk about how I wasn't sure if that's the correct word, and maybe we can coin a new word if we have to. But I think Katie one time we were talking about, we like said it was long form journaling, where it's writing just words. It's not like using decorative stuff or anything. It's just about focusing on what you're writing about. I think we just landed on the phrase long form journaling. And I saw someone else use it recently. I forget what they long form. I just wanted to call it LFJ, but I feel like that's too hard to say, right? We need something even simpler than that. But I always say, when I say journaling, I think of traveler's notebook style journaling, or those kind of things. But this is supposed to be like actual journaling about your issues and your plans and your hopes and dreams and trauma and things you want to work on yourself, your psychology, all that kind of stuff. I just call that like long form journaling. So yeah, let's think of a new word for it if we have to, but I'm gonna film that once I do a little bit more, because it's kind of like a exploratory thing for myself, and I don't want to make a video about it if it doesn't work. So I want to keep going with it, but I feel like it's working because it's really changed my thought process. And it's only been a few weeks, and I feel like if I'm doing that, obviously it's working. So we shall see. But thanks, y'all, for joining me on this Friday night. I hope to be able to catch up on some of your videos. Probably won't be able to for the next few days. We'll see. Good luck, Brian, with your new dog tomorrow. You'll have to let us know how everything goes. And I will see you all next time. Take care.